What's good, Warrior Base? Queen came back with another video. We're doing passion twists on this queen today. I did tell her to book them under jumbo, but she chose large. So today you'll see the parts are a little bit smaller than what's been on the internet. Jumbo for me is about 4 to 6 braids across the hairline, depending on the size and density of my client's head, or just depending on what they ask for. But since she chose large, there would be 8 braids across. Ask and you shall receive. Most of my styles I pre-part just to make it easy on myself with making sure I lay out the map of my client's head for an even distribution between rows and braids. I always like to do a braid to do my best to take a picture and make sure it's a good size for my client before I continue. This is what I show her, but yeah, sometimes I be forgetting. Now when I do large jumbo knotless, sometimes I like to start the braid with a little braiding hair depending on the density of my client's hair, just for a stronger anchor, and also that so that my braids aren't super small and gradually going to super big. You want knotless to look natural and not made even. You want them to look natural and not made, even though you're making it. I hope you get what I mean. I used the lock-in gel for this style. This was my first time using it, and I love how it holds, but I will warn you, it is a bit on the expensive side. It was $28.99 for this 16-ounce jar from my local beauty supply, but it was worth it. As far as like having a great hold, especially at the roots. I did use it to braid down as well, but you don't have to use it to braid down. You can just use like Shine and Jam or something else when you braid down if you choose to, so that you don't use so much of your product, being that it is more expensive. Here you can see where I added that piece of braided hair to the anchor once I split this section into 3. And as I braid, I did use my comb to smooth the hair out so that it doesn't buckle up as I keep on braiding, for a smoother, what's the word I'm looking for? For a smoother foundation. Here I'm going to add about 3 pieces of hair, like the same size of each of the 3 sections that I separated her hair into. And then, as you can see here, I started adding in the curly hair. Now, I believe I used maybe 6 to 9 strands per braid. We're going to see as we watch this video together. But I didn't count, to be honest, to really see how many I use. But yeah, I believe it was about 6 to 9 per braid, because I went in with like 1 strand, and then I kind of like doubled it up. Did I? I believe so. I used a little less than 2 packs of the 12-inch Rule 3-in-1 Kids pre-stretch hair, along with 5 packs of Expressions Twisted Up Passion Water Wave 2 hair in 22 inches. That's all the store had at the time, and I really didn't have time to go around to different stores or order the hair. So I had to mix it with 4 of the Made 3 times Water Curl and 20-inch. I used that at the back, and then I used the Expressions at the top for an almost even look. Now, I know what y'all saying. Dang, that's a lot of hair. And you're right. But I did ask her if these braids were heavy, and she said no. I believe her, and so should you. But seriously, the Made bundles were a bit skimped to me, even though it was 3-in-1. Now that I think about it, maybe it was a reason. The triple pack was only $10.99 when the single packs of Expressions were $8.99. It could have been a brand because Expressions popping, or it could have just been me. You don't know, say. I didn't really take the time to count how many strands of curls were in each bundle either. Now look at me struggling. Word of advice, y'all. When it comes to these braids, especially with this hair, it can get tangled up. I mean, even with the regular Knotless hair and everything, all hair can get tangled up. But for this hair, especially, it can get tangled up. So make sure that you run your fingers to separate each of the 3 legs of the braid as you braid down. Like when I say I literally had to use my knee to separate like 2 of the 3 legs, it's a shame. First of all, my arms, I'm 5 even, barely. But, so that means my arms, they're not as long either. So, yeah, I struggle with that. And me being lazy, but I got it done. Don't do what I do. Be better than me. But anyways, Since it's passion braids and I have to pull the braid apart, I'm braiding down not extremely tight, but not extremely loose either. Just be sure that if you try this style to not braid tight, because you will definitely catch hell trying to create the butterfly effect at the end. She wanted these braids to be butt length, so to help not only just buying the longer hair, but I also kind of staggered the hair. You know, when the hair comes in a pack, is for the most part, whether rubber band or the twist tie or anything, that's going to be like half of the hair. So what I did, I just either grab to the left or to the right to kind of stagger the braid where one piece is shorter than the other to help me create the longer length. Now, when you get to the bottom of the braid, you want to try to measure to make sure that you're almost the same length as the braids and stuff that you've done before you just end the braid. Kind of a little bit longer, because when you create the butterfly effect, it's going to make the hair a little bit shorter. Sometimes it do, sometimes it doesn't. Just depends on how you have created the length. Now here you're going to see me, the way I ended the braid is I used my thumb to wrap the hair around, and I pulled the loose curl. Well, I used one curl and I wrapped that around a few times, creating a knot with my thumb. And then I did that about 2 to 3 times. And then you'll see me separate that one curl as if I was, using it as a shoelace. I separated it into two. I didn't create the bunny ears, but I used the 2 sections to create a knot just for added security above where the loose hair starts and the braid ends. And right here, I promise y'all, it's not her hair that I'm cutting. That is the 12-inch ruler braiding hair that I'm cutting, because somehow I missed that when I was braiding down. I didn't use the lock-in gel on that section. Or maybe it didn't. I don't know what I did, to be honest. But it wasn't tucked and it wasn't her hair. So no worries, But this is how you do the butterfly effect. You're going to take the ends or the sides of each of the braid and just kind of like pull it apart. This is why you don't want to braid it too tight, because you want to be able to create those wings on the braid. And then the braid, with it being curly hair, is going to kind of like wrap around itself. So it's not going to be straight down like a actual box braid or anything like that. With the curly hair and you loosen it up, it's going to like spin around, kind of spiral around a little bit. So just be prepared. But that's what creates the look. And you don't want to go too far up to where like the client's hair is actually starts sticking out. So just be mindful of that. Or if you do decide to go up, just make sure that you're not pulling the client's natural hair out of the braid, which it should be tucked inside of the braid anyway. But, it happens. But for now, I'm going to shut up, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed me talking to you. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, I lied that fast, but I want to leave y'all with a quote by Jim Ryan. He says, motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Let this be your sign to start whatever you've been wanting to start, whether it's a school, a business, etc., and do your best to keep going. You fall off, then start again and again until it becomes a habit. I'm doing my best to make YouTube a habit, not only for myself, but for all of you. I'm not perfect, but a work in progress, and I hope y'all stick with me through my journey. Thank you. Until next time.
It is giving what it's supposed to give, Kim. Okay.
I got these ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I, yeah, I can do those. I was going to say, can I try these? But I don't think I can try these. They look so cute. The ends look good. It's giving, okay? And my part, yes. Usually, I gotta put my hair on it, put like a little bit on the side.
For real?
Yeah.
Why?
Because nobody can ever do my portrait. Like, you know.
Yeah, you gotta double check.
That's what I was talking about.
You go. Free.